Your mic's open. Your mic's open. Your mic's open. That's what happens when you've got a secondary mic plugged in and you think it's not working.
Plugged in and you think it's not working. Plugged in and you think it's not working.
Okay. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to fix this. Okay. I think we're good.
Okay. I think we're good. Okay.
I don't know why.
I think we're good.
Hold on.
I don't know why. I think we're good.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? I hope you can hear me. Apologies for that earlier. I don't know why we were having multiple sounds, but I've closed out every single thing that might have been causing those issues. So thank you for your patience while I did that. I really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody, to our fantastic event. And for those of you just joining us, my name is Dawn Chubai. We are going live here once again with Joylux, and the goal here is to make menopause more joyful. If you can imagine that that's even possible, this is what our goal is for you today. So I'm so thrilled to have everyone here. And I do see that we're live on my Instagram. So I am super happy to have you all here. If you are on Joylux's Instagram or my Instagram, we invite you to join us at joylux.com. And if you go there, right at the top, there's an area that says live shopping. And what that really means is that you get to watch the entire live show that you're seeing on our Instagram and actually be able to watch the show in its entirety. You're going to see relevant information. And on top of it, if you are so inspired, then you are welcome to shop. So thank you for joining us. And I want to let everybody know, inside my left boobage, I'm not going to show you, I have one of the two Cold Her phase changing pads that will help cool you down. And I am going to present these in a little bit, but if you suffer from hot flashes or anything like that, this is the game changer for you. It's an unbelievable product that I invite you to try. And at the end of the event, I will show you what happens with this phase changing material. It is hard to start and ends up taking away all of your heat. So that is coming up in a moment. But first of all, welcome to a new stage of life. If you are into perimenopause or menopause, we are going to show you today how the vFit can absolutely change your life. And right now, if you are watching on our live shopping channel, you will see that we have an exclusive bundle that's available for you right now. It is called the Strawberry Bundle. And in the bundle, not only are you getting this incredible, kissed by the FDA as a wellness device to help you with your pelvic floor strength and to help you with your tissue repair, not only are you getting this device, but you are also getting our Photonic Gel, which has hyaluronic acid, so skin-loving ingredients, totally clean, pH balance, great for your microbiome to help increase the efficacy of your red light therapy. But you are also getting, as part of that bundle, the photonic wipes, which is essentially your sanitizing wipes for your vFit. So before we get into what your vFit does, I want to introduce you to this incredible product that was created by Joylux founder Colette. Take a look at Colette, and the reason for this entire brand is because she herself has experienced the things that you're dealing with right now, the things that maybe you've been told are absolutely normal and just a fact of life, and that you have to just sort of suffer through. She thought, why is that have to be that way? So when she had her son, she was immediately obviously thrust into postpartum. But also at the same time, menopause, perimenopause. And so she was dealing with things like vaginal dryness. She was dealing with the issues that happen, of course, when you have a weak pelvic floor. She was dealing with the hot flashes. And so the vFit was born. And this, by the way, also created by Dr. Sarah, a board certified OBGYN. This is also the same device, by the way, that drew Halle Berry's attention, so much so that she created her own device. But she wanted to create this along with an OBGYN, as well as essentially one of the top laser doctors in the world, to help satisfy a real problem that's out there. So Dr. Sarah said, as an OBGYN, I know how important it is to prioritize intimate health. vFit helps women regain their confidence and comfort in their everyday and intimate lives naturally and non-invasively. So in the past, before you had a chance to experience something like vFit, you'd have a few other options, and maybe we can show up the comparisons right out of the gate to show you what some of those other options would have been in the past. So in the past, you would have had an option. I'm just going to turn this on right now. You would have had an option for things like vaginal rejuvenation, maybe hormone replacement therapy. Some of these might be price prohibitive, or it might have been that you're not able to really take any hormones. I have a friend who is going through cancer treatment and dealing with the effects of early onset menopause, can't do hormone replacement therapy. So as a result, you have now a real solution that is doctor designed and backed by science with clinical results. So the three mechanisms that are in here, again, from Dr. Sarah and from Colette, with a background, by the way, managing a series of skincare clinics, essentially, where they used to do the red light therapy on the face, thought, why can't we do that with essentially repairing the tissue inside of us? And so that's where the vFit was born. So the three mechanisms that you're going to see here are the high-powered LED lights, the 6 sonic modes. It's also got a gentle heat, and I'll show you how to work this in a second. I do want to also highlight that you can download the app that is there. It's free to download. It basically empower you with not only great information, it will track your treatments, as well as offer you a plus upgrade if you so choose. So all of it works with your vFit. So here is how it works. There is an on button, very simple. By the way, you get instructions for this, so it couldn't be simpler. And your treatment times are 6, 8, and 10. And I'm just hearing my video is grainy, so hold on. I do have a hard wire, but I'm going to unplug the other thing that were conflicting, which I think was causing the sound problem. So if I go blank for a second, everybody, just forgive. It seems like the gremlins are out for me. I don't know if we're in Mercury retrograde or not. Okay, so we should at some point be good to go with a better quality, because now I'm hardwired. Just when everything unplugged, I got freaked out. Hopefully that will fix. Okay. Hopefully that will fix in a few moments. So let me go back with this. Gosh, one of those days. Ever have one of those days? Okay, so here's how it works. So you've got your on, and you've got your treatment times of 6, 8, and 10. And the protocol is every other day till eventually you get to the point where you're just in maintenance. So it's a very, very simple thing that you're going to be able to navigate over time to get real clinical results, which I'll show you in just a second. So you're going to turn it on, and I'll think I just timed out there. So there it's on. Now we're going to go either to 6, 8, or 10 minutes. We'll go to 10, even though I won't keep it on that long. And you're going to press the button. Simple. The red light goes on. It's still cool right now. It will get to a gentle heat. And then it's also got sonic vibration with the various modes. Now that vibration is optional, so you can keep it on. That again helps with the circulation, right? And did you see? Did everybody see that brightness of those 6 LEDs? And if you want to at any point turn off the sonic vibration, you just go ahead and press it, and you can just go with red light. Completely optional, but very useful again with that pelvic floor strength, and of course the red light therapy with the tissue repair. So I want to take a look at some of the clinicals, because here are the kinds of results that when you use as directed. And it's a very simple thing to add to your routine. So imagine for just 6 minutes every other day, you start to feel that improved sensation, the increased hydration, the 92% of you that felt more confident, and then 95% improved intimate wellness. So let's think about that, right? There's a stigma, I think, when it comes as far as like, what do we deserve? What is counted as wellness? What is counted as the must-haves and what's counted as the nice-to-haves? I think we can all agree that it would be very nice to feel that incredible sense of confidence both in and out of the bedroom. And I'm just trying to get my light hooked up again. Boy, again, one of those days for you. Let's see here. There we go. So it's not quite so dark. There we go. So, I mean, how many times have you been told, oh, it's normal? You go to your doctor and they're like, you're supposed to be dry. Oh, you're supposed to have hot flashes. Don't worry. It's something us women have to deal with. Can we get an emoji here, ladies? Can we get an emoji if we're tired of people telling us that? Can we also get some acknowledgement that many of us don't feel confident or comfortable going to the doctor, right? Because we wonder, are we going to kind of get told it's no big deal? I want you to know, ladies, that it is a big deal, but there's a solution for you. This is why the vFit was created. So if we look at some of the reasons that doctors recommend this, because this is the type of, by the way, technology that typically would have only in the past been available at doctors' offices. So we have Dr. Sarah, again, part of the designer of the vFit, recommending this to her patients who've had children, who have gone through menopause, saying that this innovative red light therapy helps tone and increases the sensation of tightness, right? So we're talking about your pelvic floor strength, talking about this as a tool for women to finally feel confident again. And Dr. Prouse, for my patients, it's an easy, effective, all natural, perfect fit. So let me take the elephant out of the room here right now, because there is a design to this that some of you might be thinking, is this what I think it is? And let me tell you, it is not. This is a wellness device. This has been deemed by the FDA with a kiss of approval as a wellness device that can help with your natural lubrication, that can help with your pelvic floor strength, and of course can help you feel that confident, as we saw with clinical results. So how you're using this, it's the natural shape of what it needs to be for it to be inserted into the vagina. If you're watching, by the way, and you're going to go on, okay, Dawn said the V word. Yeah, we're going to be saying things like vagina here. I see we've got Rochelle watching. We've got Orlane watching. We've got Sonia watching from Sinella. Yes, we're going to talk about vaginas and we're going to talk about vulvas today, watching on my Instagram. So here it is. This is the shape that it is. It's, again, medical grade materials, of course, as you would expect, doctor designed, and you're only inserting right up into the red light. Okay, everybody? So I understand, obviously the shape of this may feel like it's something else, and this feels like absolutely enormous, but this is where the brain of the device is. So this is the part that you're inserting. So what you'll do for 6 minutes, this is how you're starting, 6 minutes every other day, you're going to turn it on. You're going to choose your treatment time, right? So I'm going to, right now I think I've got it at 6, I've got it at 8 right there. And then of course you've got 10, and then you're just going to hold down. It looks like a little sunshine button. And I'm hoping my video has improved, everybody. I hope it's improved for you. If it hasn't, my apologies. Everything's plugged in and hardwired, so hopefully it does rectify itself. So you then only insert right up to the edge of the light. And do you see how that just brightened? It had a massive brightening that happened here. So 6 minutes, what are you typically doing in 6 minutes? Are you like me and you're maybe, scrolling your Instagram feed, right? This can be inserted while you're sitting, right? Just go ahead and insert it. Gentle warmth, so it's not hot. It'll just feel a nice gentle warmth. And you just be scrolling your Instagram feed, and before you know it, you're done. Done for until 2 days from now. Okay. Eventually, after a couple of weeks, you'll upgrade to the 8 minutes, and then eventually to the 10 minutes. Once you hit, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, you're in maintenance mode. Okay. And by the way, if you decide to use this every other day, which you could, you'll just get there faster. Okay, our audio has a little bit of a bad delay. Seems like a bad signal. I'm not sure. I wonder if I think you can stay live while I re-enter the studio. Lauren and Heather, let me know if that's possible. If you want to maybe put up the Halle Berry quote, I can try to enter the studio again. I think that will be possible because you'll still be live. So why don't we try that? Thank you. Everybody, please do not go anywhere. I am going to come right back and we're going to see what happens. And if this doesn't work, well, then we'll figure it out. We're going to just go for it. We're going to just go. All right, I'm here now. How's that, everybody? Does that look better? I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does. Maybe we just need to give it a nice little reset after Dawn tried to do fancy things. Okay. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Lauren, our wonderful team at Joylux. And thank you for everybody watching. I know that we have people popping in and out, so I'm not even going to refer to the problems of the past because some of you might come in afterwards and it won't have felt like anything. But for those of you that stuck by me, thank you so much for doing that. Okay. So once again, this is your vFit device. So as I was just explaining, this is the type of technology that typically would have been available only in the doctor's offices. In fact, that's kind of, if you think about it, that was sort of really your only option that you had in the past, was to get things like vaginal rejuvenation or to get, special treatments that possibly require downtime. This is not that device. So if you think of the name vFit, think of it as your personal internal trainer. Okay, so we've got a whole lot of things that happen inside us and a whole lot of things that happen as we age, including the depletion of collagen. And I want to show you what happens when we age. So first of all, we hear about this all the time, the depletion of collagen within our skin or on our skin. Right? Well, what is the inside of us, right? What is inside our vagina but skin and tissue, right? It just looks a little different and it's inside instead of outside. But what happens to us on our skin on the outside also happens to our skin and tissue on the inside. So we start to experience depletion of elastin, right? The thing that gives us that bounce back, that elasticity, right? The collagen depletion. And of course, we start to see a diminishing of our lubrication. And of course, that's hyaluronic acid. We hear that all the time as being put in skincare, but we actually produce it naturally until we don't. As much. So you might be experiencing laxity in your tissue, bladder leakage. You might be experiencing vaginal dryness. And as a result of some of that, you also might be experiencing pain with intercourse. So this is where your vFit really helps you. And I will say, in addition to things like, which we will bring up in just a little bit, the Let's Spin, this might also help with that pleasure during intercourse. However, just the vFit alone, the clinical studies have outlined the increase in all of those things that you may have started to see depleting, and increased even more when you use the photonic gel that is included with your strawberry bundle. So for an incredible bundle that we have for you today, not only are you getting this loved by thousands vFit device, you're also getting the photonic gel. You're also getting the extra little strawberry case, and you're getting the wipes. The wipes are to clean your vFit device. And you're getting that for an unbelievable price. I mean, for only $16 more, you're getting essentially both of these. So it's a great, great buy. But more than that, it's what does it do for you? So, I mean, even if this was $1, if it doesn't do anything for you, it's $1 wasted. But I encourage you and invite you, when you click on the button, when you're watching on the live shopping event, and you're doing that, by the way, at joylux.com, just on top, there's like an area that says live shopping. And you'll click on that button and you can read the incredible reviews. So once again, the vFit here is kissed by the FDA as being a wellness device. And we're talking wellness overall. Like, think about the confidence. What does this do for your mental health? Think about the physical elements, the physical wellness of it. And it's done with this device. It's a handheld device. You charge it using, it's essentially a charging cord, right, that comes with your device. You get a nice box. You can keep everything in. You can put it inside your strawberry case or the beautiful satin case that you get as well. And just every other day you're using this. So once again, 3 mechanisms. This is how this works. So you've got your on, you choose your treatment. There we go. You choose your treatment, hold it down. All the instructions will be inside as well. You'll hear and you'll feel a sonic vibration. So that's another one of the mechanisms. And by the way, this is not new technology, the idea of the LED or the sonic vibration or the warmth. This is used in sports medicine all the time. And it was Colette and Dr. Sarah that went, hey, hold on a second. We use this for our faces to increase collagen production, elastin. We use red light therapy for athletes as well for muscle repair, tissue repair. We use vibration for circulation. Why can't we use this in a device that helps women who are suffering from all of those things from menopause? And indeed, it does. So much so that Halle Berry also decided to create her device. It's a very special device, the vFit Plus. We have it located on the shopping page as well for $495. It does come with a special design, which I'll show you in a second, as well as a special carry case. And a little longer treatment time and some extra modes with the sonic vibration as well. So just to let you know, there are options. But yes, that sonic vibration, if you want to turn it off, you can. But again, it's very purposeful in how it's designed. And you are only inserting right up until the edge of the light. So this remains outside of the body while you are laying back, reading your book, checking your emails, right? Oh gosh, yep, there it is, there it is. Before you know it, you're done. So this is not meant to add extra stress to your day. It's not meant to add an extra to-do list. It's literally while you're doing things you're probably already doing. You can use it any time of the day. If nighttime is better for you, if daytime is better for you, and it's only every other day. So that is your vFit. I'm just going to quickly check because now I closed out my stuff. I just want to see if I have any comments that are coming in. So bear with me while I give it a quick little check. There we go. Okay, I turned on the volume there. Perfect. Okay, Wanda, thank you for watching. Perfect, perfect. So we've got Wanda watching, Jay watching right now. Thank you so much. So we did have a question. Let me see. So Heather had commented to Wanda, great. vFit helps with the strength of your pelvic floor, leads to more control. Perfect. Because we did have questions on incontinence, urinary stress incontinence. So yes, you know, with everything, if you have a specific really serious medical question for your doctor, always ask your doctor. But there's no hormones, there's no drugs to this, there's no chemicals to this. It's red light therapy, gentle warmth, and of course, sonic vibration as well. So absolutely, these are the things that the vFit has been designed to help, and they're proven to help. And I see a couple of you did add the strawberry starter set to your cart. I'm so pleased for you. You know, you deserve this, right? A lot of times I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but maybe you've got people in your life that have said to you, you know, this is like what we're supposed to deal with, right? We're getting older. I just turned 53 1 month ago, and I've started to get my hot flashes, which is why I'm proud. If you want to shop these cold hers early, do it. I'm going to show you how these work in just a little bit. But I'm so proud to have been part of the Joylux team over these last few months, because I am really happy to be able to bring a solution to women just like us, right? Women that maybe felt nervous about asking our doctor, or maybe felt like every other solution, like, you know, hormone replacement therapy or vaginal rejuvenation, was either out of our financial reach or something that we just couldn't do because of other things going on in our life. Maybe you're going through treatment and been told you can't do hormones or anything like that. I have a friend like that who was very excited about trying the vFit. So we want you to feel comfortable, taking the stigma out of the conversation, but also to know that there are solutions, and also to understand that your intimate health is part of your overall health, right? It's part of your overall health. We talked about the collagen and elastin depletion, and what does that actually look like, right? So what are we trying to help when we're doing that? So, I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I've used lots of good skin care over my time, and I've got pretty decent genetics. So 53, you know, I haven't had anything done, and that's fine if people do. I'm just letting you know. I still have a bit of bounce, but I'm definitely seeing, you know, when I sleep on a whatchamacallit, pillow, like that line lasts there for quite some time, right? Like my skin kind of looks like this in the morning, right? And maybe your skin looks like that, or maybe the skin on your hand isn't bouncing back the way that it used to bounce back. When we were young, and we had all of this great collagen and elastin, we looked like nice little juicy, you know, well, I want to say balloons. We didn't look like balloons, but imagine like this is a raisin, and imagine this is the grape. It's the same fruit, right? So we used to look like a grape. We used to be able to, what do they call, like even bounce nickels off of your butt, right? And maybe off of your cheek. So if you think of like our skin and our tissue, what happens on the outside is different, a little bit different, but it's the same concept that can happen inside. So when we look at the tissue, you know, and the laxicity and all of that, it's probably starting to feel a bit like this. I'm not saying it looks like that, but let's say it starts to feel like that as opposed to this. So when the vFit was created, and remember, Colette used to run a series of clinics, Medi-spas, where they were using the red light therapy for things like, you know, laser resurfacing and tightening and toning and all of that. And we know that athletes do all the time. So Colette was thinking, gosh, you know, when she was thrust into not only postpartum, but also perimenopause, she's like, why couldn't we utilize some of the same technology, right? And so she, along with Dr. Sarah, and by the way, also one of the top laser scientists, right, that typically deal with like laser resurfacing, created this incredibly safe wellness device as dedicated by the FDA to help those problems that women in menopause and also women that are just dealing with weak pelvic floor, right? Or weak pelvic floor or, decrease or lack of natural lubrication. This was designed to help with that. So the three mechanisms, once again, are the sonic vibration, which you can't even really hear. It's very light. I would say that the purpose for that is for the circulation. Okay. So you've got the 6 sonic modes, which by the way, you can control. There are more options with the Halle Berry device, which is also located on the shopping page here. You've also got the 6 high-powered LEDs, and they are at the perfect wavelength. So, just to kind of bring it to sort of maybe what people might be thinking, well, is this like laser resurfacing? No, it's not, because otherwise you would, that's how you would be dealing with downtime and all of that kind of stuff. And it would probably, and it might not feel good, right? So this actually is just a gentle warmth, and it feels cozy. If I can kind of describe it as that feeling of being cozy. And it's got the red light therapy. So we've got warmth, we've got the LED, and we've also got sonic vibration, which you can turn off if you want or leave it on. So the protocol on how to use this, and by the way, if you do have questions, we've got Heather who is on here answering questions, and I will also answer questions as I get a chance to look at them as well. But you're going to, for week 1, 6 minutes every other day, right? Eventually you're kind of upping to 8 and then to 10 for 8 weeks. So by the time you hit 8 weeks, you should be at that 10. You can go slower if you want, you can go faster. If you want, you could go once a day. You just get there faster. You are going to use, as included with your strawberry bundle, you're going to use the photonic gel, which once again, 45% more efficacy of those LEDs that we have here. So just again, makes it work, makes it more powerful. And you're going to, of course, track your progress. After you're done, you're going to use the photonic wipes. The photonic wipes are for your device to clean and sanitize your device. This is not for your body. Everything else we're presenting today is for your body, including your vFit. And that's it. Now, if you're watching right now and you're like, but I saw Dawn posting all about Halle Berry. So let me show you the Halle Berry device. And I'm going to ask Lauren to make sure that our vFit Plus, the Halle Berry version, is located on the primary feature for you to shop. So if you're with us, by the way, on Instagram, and let me just see who's there right now, you are probably watching like Carter, like Cliff, like Jackie. We got Jessica watching. We got Rochelle watching. Okay, lots of you watching right now on Instagram. If you go to joylux.com and go to the live shopping page, you're going to see the video that we're watching, and you're going to be able to click on the product. So then you're going to see the Halle Berry device, and I've got it open, so I didn't really pack this all really nice, but it's a nice red box. You're going to open it up, and it's got, a little carry case and everything. But first thing you're going to notice, you're going to get a nice letter from Miss Halle Berry. So here's what Halle Berry said. My journey through menopause inspired me to reimagine Respin, a vibrant community dedicated to empowering women. She is on a mission to shatter the stigma around menopause and help women like you embrace this life phase with confidence. So together with Joylux, she created her version of the vFit. And you can see this is a very special collaboration. So you get the red box, you're going to get the white satin satchel, but you're also getting a silver carry case. I will tell you that the silver carry case, when this is gone, it's done. It's done. So it's a very limited edition. This also has a few different features. So we'll keep this here for just a second. So it's got more LED power. It's got an additional 12-minute session time. So the regular vFit, and reminding you too, it's all the same technology. So I don't want you to think that it's just, there's a few different features, but it's the same technology, same creators, okay? So this one goes up to 12 minutes. It's got 4 additional sonic vibration modes. It's got this beautiful chrome finish, and yes, you've got the limited edition silver storage bag. So for those of you just joining us, I'll demonstrate on the Halle Berry version, but it's the same process for using as the others. So if you want to swipe to the strawberry bundle, which I saw a few of you have done that, which is great. I'm so thrilled for you. I can't wait to hear what you think. I'm going to show you how this works. So like our regular vFit, you're going to turn it on. There's a power, okay? And then you got your session times, right? So you've got 6, 8, 10. The other device goes only to 10. This one goes to 12. And I think I did it all the way to 12. Yes. And then you're going to hold down the button. And by the way, you get all the instructions. And there's also demonstrations and everything's on the website. And you can watch these replays as well. And you turn it on and you see those same LEDs. Again, there's more LED power. You hear, probably don't even hear it very much, the sonic vibration, which if you want to change the modes, you've got the button there, but you can also hold it down if you want to turn it off. And then did you see how bright this went? Like, it's almost like I'm almost drowned out by the red light, because that's the power of what's going to heal your tissues. That's going to repair your tissues to ideally get you back to a space that you might have even felt 10, 20 years ago. I know that that's what some of the reviews say, is about that increased pelvic floor strength, right? About the natural lubrication, about the elasticity, about all of the things, increased sensation. So as you look at this, this is essentially the brain, okay? This is on the outside of your body. Inside your vagina goes the vFit Plus, which is the Halle Berry version, right? So you can see the coverage. I mean, you can even see through my hands. That's strong LEDs. Now, what does it feel like? Cozy. Cozy. It's not hot. It's cozy. So it's a nice, warm, gentle feeling. And I'm telling you, when you look at what Halle Berry says about this device, she calls it a game changer. We want that for you. So if you're thinking, gosh, okay, $495 for the Halle device, considered purchase? Absolutely. But I'm going to ask you, what's the cost of not making the change, right? What's the cost of not making the change? So if we think of all the things, if we look at the clinicals and the results people have gotten, and we'll look at testimonials in a moment, look at the clinicals and then imagine the opposite. So for this case, I'm imagine being the person, right? Imagine those 89% that said I had improved sensation, saying I have terrible sensation, right? I don't feel anything. I feel awful. Imagine if those were the things. You would in a heartbeat go, worth it. If I can satisfy and solve those problems, wouldn't it be worth it today to be the one that gets the improved sensation, to be the person that has the increased natural vaginal hydration, to feel more confident, not only in the bedroom, but walking around in life, and intimate wellness, which, by the way, intimate wellness is part of overall wellness. You know, we talk about mental health, right? There's support for that. We talk about physiotherapy. There's support for that. Right? People get surgery. There's support for all these things. And it's only in recent, I'm going to say, couple of years that we've really started to highlight intimate health as being something and very important. And in fact, I was actually the TV home shopping host in Canada that brought the vFit device to market at the Shopping Channel. I remember doing my shows with Colette and Dr. Sarah and talking about this important technology. And by the way, let me tell you, we sold out in one show. So, I mean, this was talking to how needed this was. And this is, gosh, this has got to be 8 years ago, maybe around 8 years ago. And already people that started the vFit then and now in maintenance mode are living joyful menopause life, right? Years of menopause and perimenopause. So I want you to know that there is hope for you here as well. And if we can take a look at maybe some of the customer testimonials. So imagine this being you. Imagine you sitting there going, gosh, I keep feeling pain during intercourse, and maybe you're suffering through it, or maybe you've stopped having sex, right? Imagine going, gosh, vaginal moisture increased in just a few sessions with this. Wow, wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Absolutely one of the best investments in my health I've ever made. Moisture, sensitivity, tissue health, and more. Gosh, if you could experience that, wouldn't this be worth this today for you? And then I love this one. So Lauren saying, my wish for every woman would be to have a vFit. So happy with the results in just a few weeks. Okay, ladies, let's real talk here, okay? I want this to be an option for you. And do you know that Joylux also has made this possible for this to be an option for you? First of all, we've created this incredible strawberry bundle that not only includes your vFit, it includes your photonic gel, and it includes your photonic wipe. So all of these together in the bundle are less expensive than if you purchase them separately, okay? I will also say, if price is an issue today, I invite you, when you click on the button for whichever bundle you want, whether it's the Halle device or just the device, if you just want the $395 and not the other things, although to me, this is the best value because you're going to want those things anyway. There is a thing called membership, and it will let you break up those payments. So if the price is what's stopping you today, then don't let that be so. Treat yourself to the thing that will improve the quality of your life. Now, if you have questions about who this is for, that's what we're here for today. That's what I'm here for today. That's what Heather is here for today on the chat. And so we invite you to ask your questions. I'm gonna take a quick peek on if anybody else has been asking. I see we have several of you watching live on our channel. Thank you for joining us. Okay, you want to bundle items. Jay, that's the smartest way to do is to bundle the items. We don't have specifically a vFit Plus kit. What I will tell you, here's just the short answer, is if you buy the strawberry kit, okay, the strawberry bundle, this is a kit. If you want to make this vFit Plus, then you're just going to do the software upgrade for $99. And then that's it. You've got essentially your vFit Plus bundle, kind of in an off way. So, or in a sort of an indirect way. It's the same device. It's a software upgrade. So that's kind of the best way to explain it. Alternatively, you can pick up the Halley device and add other things, but the best value is always going to be this strawberry bundle. So I hope that helped you. Let me just check on our time here. We've got lots of time, perfect. And I may even go just a couple of minutes extra because I know in the beginning for some of you, there was a little bit of a grainy video. So thank you for your patience on that. I do want to tell you maybe just quickly some of the other items that we're presenting. First of all, in about 15 minutes, I'm going to pull one of these out of my bra. So this is called Cold Her. And let's present this quickly right now, just a quick little presentation. It will get Lauren to put up the information. So this is for the hot you don't want. We want you to be hot stuff, ladies. Hot, hot, hot stuff, right? I've heard women in menopause say this is literally the sexiest time in their life once they've dealt with the symptoms. So I want you to feel that way, but we don't want to be hot in other ways. So what Cold Her does is they're two little kind of bra inserts. And what they do is they draw heat away from your chest. And this uses patented phase change technology. And so what you do is you put it in your bra. And if you look at what the texture of this is, it's almost like it's not coconut oil, but it's like that kind of texture of a hardened, like I could move this if I want, but it's essentially a solid, okay? You don't need to refrigerate this. What it does is it's almost like an empathy pad. Like this is kind of the way I'm liking to describe this, because what it does is it actually will go, oh my God, you're hot. And it will draw out your heat and it will take that heat for you. So it's like taking your pain, it will take that heat for you. Now, when it does that, because it's then getting that heat in there, it will start to essentially liquefy. Now, it takes quite a bit of time for it to do that. I will say that. So by the end of the show, I'll show you what this actually does. But as a result, because it is essentially taking heat away from you, it basically absorbs it, which means that you cool down. It's not messy like maybe an ice pack. Also, this doesn't fit inside your bra. And also, it's more than just for hot flashes. It can also be for like nipple comfort. So if you're somebody who's breastfeeding or somebody you know who's breastfeeding, it's a really great solution to help alleviate some of that. My recommendation, because the price, I'm telling you, 21 bucks, get a few of these. Because first of all, you'll keep them in your bra, right? When they liquefy, and if you're going through another hot flash, you're going to then have another set at the ready while the other ones harden. Right? These also are great for gifts. So I was saying on the last show, if you are a bride or if you are going to a wedding or you've got bridesmaids or mother-in-laws, get everybody these. They're discreet. No one sees them. It's way less, distracting than those fans people are buying. And it catches you right where you feel the heat start, right? Which is usually kind of your chest area. So that is one of my host picks for you today. I will also right now, since I did mention the Halley device, I want to start just quickly talk about the Let's Spin. And I'm going to pull up this video from Halley while Lauren gets that information up, because I want to show you what Halle Berry has to say about Let's Spin and why she created this. So if you want to come by your camera or by your computer, take a listen to this.
Share a little secret with you. If you are a woman of midlife and you are going through perimenopause or menopause and you feel like you have razor blades in your, here's something that will help you out tremendously. It's called Let's Spin. It's an intimacy gel. I teamed up with Joylux to come up with, I think, one of the best intimacy gels ever there was. It's clean, it's fresh, it's not sticky, it's made with hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. It's very, very lubricating and
Okay, so there you go. Did you hear the skin loving ingredients, right? So aloe vera, vitamin E, all sorts of different things that are not only good for your vulva, because this is not going like this is your vulva, but of course, obviously, you're going to put it on either a device of some sort if you're enjoying time alone, or on your partner. With your partner, you're going to use this. So obviously, it's clean, it's safe for your body inside and out, no problem. This isn't so much your skincare. We have skincare for you as well for your vulva, but this is also good for your skin, your skincare. So there is skincare ingredients, all to say, but this is actually your lube, right? Whereas what we have coming up in a little bit, the Revitalize Her, that is your moisturizer. So lube, moisturizer, but both are great for your skin. So does that make sense? If you have any questions, let me know. Now we have 2 sizes for the Let's Spin. So we have the regular size. This is 60 ml. So it's airport safe. You can put in your carry-on if you want, right? Under 100 mLs. And then we also, if you want, like this is if you feel like you need a lot, right? You can also put in your luggage. It's a beautiful, I mean, it almost looks like a candy apple, right? It's so pretty. It's beautiful on your desk side or your bedside table or your counter. But we also have what we call the travel size. I just kind of like to call it just like almost like the size that'll fit nicely in your purse or can definitely go in your carry-on, no problem. It's exactly the same formulation. One has a pump, and I know we had this question once, is like, what's the difference for the formulation? It's exactly the same. One's got a pump, and the other one, you do the little squeeze, okay? And so that's really the main difference here. So the formulation, and we'll maybe put up the ingredients that are on there as well, or some of the features of this as well. So first of all, this is your lube, okay? By the way, approved by the FDA. So this is like a substantial lube. It is highly regarded. You might have seen it available in the Ulta stores. I know that was a big win as well for Joylux, as well as Hallie. She was doing some appearances there. And she's just so proud of this product. So what does this do? This will help relieve pain with sex, treat vaginal dryness, because don't forget, it's also got the hyaluronic acid and it's got other moisturizers in there. Enhances comfort during intimate moments. And I love that Hallie didn't specifically say sex. She could have, but she said intimate moments, because we know, ladies, intimate moments aren't always with a partner, right? So I love that this is deemed safe for those other intimate moments and maybe other things that you might be using as well. And unparalleled hydration. So first of all, I'm putting it in my skin. It's completely fragrance-free. Okay. And it's just got a beautiful little slip to it, gorgeous slip, and it will last. Now it's not gooey. So if you've ever used a drugstore lube, first of all, some of those don't necessarily react well with your body. And what I'd like to say is that this is also formulated, obviously with Halle Berry's input, but by Dr. Sarah and the Joylux team, right? So we're talking scientists, we're talking OBGYNs, we're talking people that are used to dealing with the after effects of products that are not good for your body internally, as a way of making sure that you have products that support your microbiome. So that's where the Let's Spin came in. When you click on the Let's Spin button, you're also going to see on the website, there's a cute little video of Hallie. She's in bed with her husband talking about that it's Let's Spin time. So I just think it's so adorable that she's done that. And I fully believe that once you try this, you will have an incredible experience. 95% felt intimacy was more comfortable. 83% it relieved their vaginal dryness, made intimacy more pleasurable, and also felt it was soothing and enjoyable to use. And the reason I said the soothing and enjoyable before is because, again, some of those lubes, they're kind of goopy, right? Like kind of goopy and gross. And this is such a lovely, elegant product, if I can say that. And I want to show you one more video of Hallie. And actually,
I hear you have something for the audience to take home.
We do. We at Respin would like to gift everybody a bottle of Let's Spin and a membership to our Respin Health. But here you go. If you too want to be juicy like a peach. This is it. This is the magic secret sauce.
What I love about that, first of all, I don't know what was wrong with Hallie's voice. Maybe she was spinning all weekend or something like that. Lots of screaming going on. I don't know. Maybe she was ill. But she's so adorable. And she has become such an advocate for women in menopause and perimenopause and having our voices heard. And so that's where the Let's Spin comes in. A reminder, we do also have the Halle Berry specific device, the vFit Plus. If you are interested, all that information, they come separately, by the way. But if you kind of want that Halle Rolls-Royce version with the extra sonic modes, the extra heat, the longer time, then that's available to you as well. And then, of course, the Let's Spin in the 2 sizes. So let me see if we have any questions, and we're still good for time. Oh, Jay, thanks so much. Gotta go, thanks. Okay, Jay, thank you for watching. Pamela, is there a bundle with all the products? Okay, so if you go, I'm gonna tell you, we have a strawberry bundle, but I will also tell you, if you go, click on one of the products, so click on the strawberry bundle, if you like, look at the Member Her membership that we have at Joylux. So with that, there are payment plans options, but there's also kind of like, I want to say almost like little subscription kind of bundles that are available to you. Thank you for putting that up there. And let me actually click on that, because then I can just read it for you. Okay, so you get your vFit device and your photonic gel in the first month. Starting in your second month, you'll receive a second collection of curated products to offer you targeted support. Okay, so, and you're also going to, by the way, enjoy a saving when you pay over time interest free. So that's great. So that might be a good solution for you. Who was it that asked that? Pamela. Hopefully that helps. Oh, and someone just added the Respin Joylux vFit Plus Red Intimate Wellness Device. Awesome. I'm happy for you. So that was this one. Congratulations. Okay, so I hope that answered for you, Pamela. Maybe look at the JoyFit vFit Member Her ship. You'll get payment plan. You'll also get essentially subscription and curated products. All the details you can look at on the website when you click on that button right from this shopping page. So I hope that helped you. And if you are watching on my Instagram, I know we have lots of people watching there. I noticed we also have lots watching on the Joylux Instagram. Linda's watching, Sharon's watching, Michelle, Roxanne Girl. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. Yes, please join us at joylux.com under the live shopping show. And from there, you are going to be able to watch and shop these incredible products. Okay, before I move on to some of the other Her Intimate Wellness products, I just want to quickly remind you about our vFit device, because of course, some of you are just joining us. And this is really the hero product of Joylux, created by Colette. When she had her son, she was thrust into not only postpartum, but she also was thrust into perimenopause. And maybe you're in that state. Maybe you just have lack of natural hydration. Maybe you are noticing a weakening pelvic floor. This is for you as well. But Colette actually used to work at manage, I should say, a series of clinics where they were using for skin red light therapy and, of course, other treatments. And so she connected with Dr. Sarah, who is a board certified OBGYN, and they thought, hey, if that kind of stuff, right, let's help with the laxicity of inside us, our vulva and our vagina. If we can do these kinds of things for our face, why can't we do those internally? And so that's where the vFit was born. So this is doctor designed. There is one of the top laser scientists in the world who is a part of this to make sure that the wavelengths of the red light therapy are exactly where they need to be to get you that tissue repair. And of course, we're dealing with circulation, which helps with blood flow, which helps with, collagen production and all of that. Because when we age, all of that stuff depletes. And did you see that? Did you see those 6 LED lights just burst with extra energy? This is the energy that is going to help with your tissue repair, pelvic floor strength, your intimate health, and so much more. So the mechanisms, we've got a gentle heat, a perfect warmth. It's not hot. It's like a cozy heat. We've got sonic vibration. We've got several modes here. We've got more even with the Halle Berry device. It's optional. Use it for those extra benefits to get you where you want to be faster. And of course, don't forget about that red light therapy. And it's very simple to use. So this is the brain. This is what gets inserted. Your Strawberry Fit Bundle, vFit Bundle, comes with the photonic gel. This has a very slight slip to it, obviously for comfort of insertion. That can be helpful, but more than that, it's got hyaluronic acid. It's got other skin-loving ingredients as well. It's completely clean, works with your pH. Here's the magic of it. It's not the magic, it's the science. It increases the power of light by 45%. So you get to where you want to be faster. When you are done, you're going to use the photonic wipes on the device. So this is not your body wipe. This is your device sanitizer. The kinds of results that you can expect by the clinicals and all, of course, the testimonials that we've been sharing with you are improved sensation, increased natural hydration, more confident, improved intimate wellness. And let's, ladies, remember your wellness intimately is part of your overall wellness. It helps with your mental health. Listen, I'm not a psychologist or anything by any means, but it stands to reason. If you feel good about yourself, that helps with your mental health. So let's take some obvious things in there, but also your overall confidence, right? Confidence to whatever room, not just the bedroom that you walk in, the boardroom, right? You're taking your power back. The vFit, it's a personal trainer for your vagina. That's the best thing I can say for it. And again, uses these scientifically proven, clinically studied mechanisms to be able to do that, and also been given the kiss of approval as a wellness device by the FDA. So that is your vFit. Grab the strawberry bundle. You also get that cute little strawberry carrying case, which is awesome, in addition to your satin case. And I think this is pink. The red light was changing for me, but yeah, you get the cute, beautiful satin device holder as well for that. So I've already told you about the Cold Her, which are the bra inserts, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a couple of seconds. I just want to make sure, perfect timing. I want to go to kind of like another stage of maybe your intimate health. Now, let's talk about the She Bar first. So Colette created this because of something she was feeling about herself. And when I say what she was feeling about herself, maybe that will also be something that sounds familiar to you. But I want to preface this conversation with, as ladies, well, everybody, men and women, and by the way, men, if they want to use this, are welcome to use this. We all have a natural aroma. And I will say men should use this because they also have a natural aroma. And it's completely pH balanced. It's got like coconut oil, vitamin E, jojoba. It's got so many great ingredients. And I'm glad we changed the title to the cleansing bar, because it is. It's not a soap. So there's no soap in this at all. It's a cleansing bar. And so Colette, she created this because herself felt not as confident with her natural aroma, right? And again, it's perfectly normal until it's not. And then you should go talk to a doctor. But I'm talking about our natural aroma, right? And so she created this honestly for herself. And then as a result, so many other women just thought, gosh, there's something that will just make me feel fresh. There's something that will moisturize and hydrate my vagina, or my vulva. So remember, the vulva on the outside, the vagina is on the inside. This is for your vulva. This is for the outside, right? So you're just going to use this in the shower. You're going to get these beautiful, big, airy bubbles. It's not going to be like like using soap. It's going to be light and airy, almost like when you blow bubbles. The fragrance, by the way, it's essentially mandarin orange oil. So it's like mandarin orange blossom oil. It's very fresh. You will feel fresh using it, and then there's no kind of lingering smell or fragrance to this after. So it's just more of like the user experience. $13. This is a steal of a deal. I would grab this if you can, a few bars. I know a few of you already have, and I know so many of you love this. Let me see if anybody has. If you've used the cleansing bar, let me know. Oh, Nikki says, I love my Respin and Joylux. Oh, great. So Nikki is talking about this. You can find all of this on our shopping page at joylux.com under the live shopping show while you watch our last few minutes. But if you've tried this cleansing bar, let us know. If you haven't, click on the button for the cleansing bar and read the many reviews for this. But it's an absolutely lovely product and has beautiful skin loving ingredients. And you will feel like you are treating yourself. It will honestly feel like you've really taken care of her. And when we talk about her, everybody, we're talking about her. That's what we're calling it, right? It's the center of us. It is who we are as women. It is what makes us women. And we want to take care of her like she is the most important thing, because she is the thing that has brought us life and has given life and gives us a life. if I can say it in that way. So that's kind of where you start. Now, after, just like you cleanse your face, you would typically go to moisturize your skin, right? Well, we have our Revitalize Her Hydrating Serum, and this is an incredible, incredible product that we have for you. So first of all, it comes beautifully packaged. And by the way, keep this package because it sits beautifully. You open it up and it's on its pedestal, as it should be, as we all should be on a pedestal. And let's put up that information once again, thank you so much. So all of the products, again, for use for her are OBGYN designed, again, Dr. Sarah, pH balance, all clean formula. So incredible products. Again, this will moisturize you in the very, very best way. And it is a serum, but this is essentially your moisturizer. So this is what you're using on your vulva. I'm going to show you. You do not need a lot. So I put 2 drops, and that might even be too much. Even 1 drop, I'm going to say, ladies, for your vulva, 1 drop lots. Use more if you want, but start with less. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And you can smell the coconut, right? Gorgeous. It's naturally hydrating, but look at this, right? So you can see, just like if you were using a serum on your face, you would want kind of that dewiness, that glow. This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to get back to a state, right, of moisturize, of that plumpness, of that beautiful texture, right? So this, again, is not a lubricant. This is your moisturizer. So we've cleansed, right, our vulva. We've then moisturized our vulva. And then we are ready to just, enjoy life. And so you can use this as often as you want. You can use it night and day. You can choose to use it once a day if you want, but day and night's kind of nice, just like when you do your regular skincare routine. I would say at $45, you would be lucky to find this formulation for a facial serum for this price. I will tell you, I've sold a lot of skincare in my time when I was working at the shopping channel, and the ingredient deck that is here, all clean formulation, the fact that it is designed specifically for your vulva, although you can use it on your face and hands and anywhere else if you have a little extra, don't wash your hands, put it on your hands, because this will also work beautifully for that. You'd be paying at least 2 to 3 times as much for the formulation here. So if you decide you want to stock up and use it on your face, I know the ladies at Joylux do all the time. For me, I got a limited supply, so I'm using it only on my vulva. That's for sure. Oh, congratulations. Someone just added that. I'm so pleased for you. Let us know what you think. And if you've used this before, please let us know as well and share what you love about it. So now, before we take out my bra insert, because I'll be taking that out in mere moments, I just want to quickly mention we also have a body butter for you. So unlike the other products, which are designed for your vulva, or in the case of your vFit for your vagina, this one here is actually for your body. And the reason this is included is because our goal today, and I hope that you found this when you were watching, is that we're trying to make menopause more joyful. We're trying to make it, we're trying to make what is typically a time that we're told we, should despise and be fearful of. We're trying to show you that life does not end because you get into that second part of your life, that next phase. But our skin does dry out. So just like the skin inside and the tissue inside and all that stuff starts drying out, everything starts. You probably even notice your hair is changing, like the texture of your hair. But I personally have also noticed lots more dry spots on my body. And so this is a beautiful, beautiful butter. We invite you to try out. You can see I've been using it. It's very thick. Little goes a long way. And, for my hand, this is way too much. So I'm going to put it up my arm. This would actually, the amount I put on there would go through both arms quite simply, quite easily. And that's your body butter. Beautiful. It is, it has no scent, right? It's got these incredible ingredients. Again, coconut oil, shea, aloe. We know what aloe does. What did you do when you used to get a cut on your finger, right? Your grandma, or maybe you have an aloe plant and you put aloe vera. So again, this works toward your beautiful skin health is what that's for. So quickly going to remind you, we got great. We're going to go for another couple of moments. I want to quickly show you the Cold Her, and then I'm going to revisit the vFit one more time. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask. So the Cold Her, phase changing material. You get 2 bra inserts, okay? At this price point, I recommend you pick up 2 sets. Honestly, you can gift one to someone you love. You can keep an extra set for yourself. But what this does is it draws heat away from your chest with this patented phase change material technology. So it's great if you're breastfeeding, right? If your nipples are sore, this is great for you there. If you got night sweats, hot flashes, you do not need to refrigerate this. So are you camping? Awesome, right? Bring this with you. You're on vacation. Great. This goes in your carry-on. This goes with you on the plane. And no one knows you are using it. So here's what the sort of the, I want to say texture, the consistency is before it starts to absorb your heat. So right, you hear that, and I can still move it, but it's more solid than it is liquid. It's a solid, essentially. Now, over time, what happens is you start to heat, and you know, right, the hot flash starts from your chest, right? So that's where you want to hit it. You want to nip it literally in the bud, right? Some people use fans and all that, but it's kind of catching it after it's already heated you up. This actually helps before it gets to the point where it heats you up, right? So imagine like if you wore this on your head, you'd have to wait till the heat rose for you to get any relief. This catches it at source. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to lean down because I don't want to accidentally, show you anything. So first of all, the one side is almost like I'm not sure what it is. It's almost like a microfiber, right? You can probably see it a little bit here. Yeah. And then that's what it looks like before you put it in. Here's what it looks like when it's absorbed all your heat. So it's still got some left. Can you see? Right? So it's gone in the period of 1 hour, still has some left to go. If I touch this, it's still cool. That's what it was before, and this is what it looks like after. So I like to say it's almost like an empathy pad. So it takes what you don't want and absorbs it for itself. So you don't want the heat, it absorbs it for itself, which means you get the cool, and then it takes your heat, which eventually, instead of you being liquefied, and I've worked with some ladies that literally have looked like they are melting, right? I felt like sometimes like I'm melting like the Wicked Witch of the West. That's what like I'm melting, right? So this does it instead of you doing it. So grab those. Please do not miss out on those. Hot flashes, hot heat. I was experiencing a heat wave here, and I thought, well, we use fans all the time when there's a heat wave. Why wouldn't we use our phase change material? Put it in your bra. Good to go. Any other questions? No questions yet. Okay, I'm going to do one quick little mention of our vFit. Once again, this is the vFit. This was created by Dr. Sarah, board certified OBGYN, and Colette as Joylux's hero product. And this is designed to help you regain confidence and comfort in your intimate lives, and it's naturally and non-invasively. So what do we mean by that? Let's take a look at your other options out there. You can do hormone replacement therapy. Maybe. I have a friend who's going through cancer treatment and she can't use any hormone replacement therapy. So for her, this is her solution. Vaginal rejuvenation, I'm going to suggest there's probably downtime with that. It certainly comes at an enormous cost at $2,800 per year. So we've broken it down by per year and per day. And then you've got the vFit. The vFit has been deemed by the FDA as an incredible wellness device. It has been said, you are a great wellness device, and the kinds of results you're getting are worth people looking at if they want more intimate and life wellness. And the mechanisms that this kind of accomplishes those things with are red light therapy, sonic vibration, and gentle heat. And all to say that when you have all of those things together, so if they were all separate, it wouldn't do the same thing. It's because you have all these things together that you can get the clinical results that we've talked about. So this is the only part that goes in. This is the brain of the device. By the way, I'm using right now the Halley device. It's the same device as your strawberry bundle. And you know what? Oops, that went really bright, as it should and as you want it to. But I'm going to use this one here just so I don't confuse you all. So your treatment time every other day. By the end of 8 weeks, you'll be up to 10 minutes, okay? You're gonna start at 6. You're gonna do it whenever it's convenient for you. You can do it laying in your bed. You can do it depending on where you want your privacy or not. I mean, maybe you live alone. Maybe you've got a partner. You can use this in bed while you're checking your email in the morning, at night, read your book, do whatever you want. Do you see that bright light? So right now we've got those LEDs, right, at the perfect wavelength for the tissue repair. Gentle warmth, never hot. Gentle warmth. It's going to feel cozy. It's going to feel comfortable, right? Then you've got the sonic vibration. We see these technologies often used for in athletes for tissue repair, for circulation, and all of that in the athletic world. to help heal. And so that's what we're doing. This is getting inserted into your vagina. This is not. And for 6 minutes every other day for a bit, you're going to start to experience results in very short order. You're going to experience natural increased hydration or increased natural hydration. You're going to experience improved sensation, more confident, intimate wellness, stronger pelvic floor. So all the things, ladies, that happen to us when we age, on our face, that we seem to have no problem buying the $200 lotions and potions or getting the $700 laser resurfacing, or maybe you're getting some injections and all that. And that's great. That's great. Somehow we found that we have the permission to do that. I think this is always kind of the interesting conversation as we get ready to wrap up, and feel free to chime in your perspective, because I think none of us have a problem, showing that credit card bill to our husband or to justify it to ourselves, because it's our credit card bill and our money that's paying for it. We seem to be okay with that because it's this outward appearance, right? But what about what's happening inside you and also inside here? When you start to think about your intimate wellness as your overall wellness, isn't it something that we could all agree should be paid attention to and should be invested in? So this is why we have the vFit. This is why we created this exclusive bundle, the Strawberry Kit Bundle, which includes your photonic gel, which increases the power of the red light by 45%. It includes your device wipes, your photonic wipes, which is going to be your sanitizer. It includes the case. We've got that available for you on a saving when you purchase the bundle together. We have for you the membership, which will not only save you money, but also allow you interest-free payments and subscription options for incredible products. Perhaps products like your Revitalize Herb, perhaps products like your body butter, perhaps products like the She Bar, right? That are going to enhance your natural sense of well-being. And it's why we've done this, so that you don't have to say no, and so that you don't have to choose between living a full life in general, in every other area, but not in your intimate self. We want to get you the complete 360 wellness. And so we don't want you to have to make a choice. And so today, I invite you to take a look at everything we have online. It's very simple. If you're watching the replay, you can rewind, fast forward. You can click on the buttons. You can watch past shows. Every presentation is a little bit different. And so we invite you to sort of do what it takes for you to feel confident. We're going to put up a customer service number. Although we have Heather, who is frantically answering questions right now, I think right up until the last minute. Yeah, we still have lots of you watching, and she is. And Margaret, I'm going to answer your question in just a sec. Don't go anywhere. The information is there because if you have any questions where you want to speak to a person and hear their voice, then we want to help you. So ask any questions you have. I will say that anything to do with personal health situation, where typically you would want to talk to a doctor first, you're invited to, and we will guide you to if we feel that's something you should ask about. But what I can tell you is the vFit, it's non-invasive, right? You insert it into your vagina, obviously, but we're not dealing with anything that will require downtime. It is natural, right? And it doesn't conflict with any medications or therapies that you might be on. And so we're here to help you on that. You can also DM me. And if I can't answer your question, I will direct you to someone who can. Now, Margaret, did I understand you can use the vFit every day? Yeah, you can. The protocol, we wanted to make this as easy for you and to offer sort of what we think most people can do and work into their life, even though this really doesn't require any additional time in your life, because you probably sit in bed for at least 6 minutes in the morning or at night, and that's what you're doing to start with. So we've recommended every other day, right? And you'll work your protocol up to 8 weeks. At that point, you're into essentially 1 to 2 times a week. If, Margaret, you wanted to do this every day, you're just going to get there faster. Right? You're just going to get there faster. So maybe you'll get to where you need to be for maintenance. Maybe you'll get there in 6 weeks. I can't say for sure. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel what it's time for. And you can always ask customer care, but yes, you can use it every day. What I will also say, just to counter that, let's say you're on, for whatever reason, you missed one of your treatments, right? You didn't go every other day. You forgot your device because you were on vacation for a long weekend or a week. No big deal. You're just going to maybe go, you're going to just get to there again when you add extra treatments. So, you're not going to go back to start by missing a couple of days. This is sort of the best practice to get the best results, which is where we did the clinical studies from. So Margaret, did I answer that question? I hope I did. Great. Margaret says, thank you, love your products. I'm really, really happy. Margaret, what products do you have? Do you mind just, before we log off, do you mind sharing with the group what you've used before? So again, everybody, you'll see all the information on your screen. She-Bar, cold her cooling bra inserts. You saw what they look like once they finish up and what they look like before. And then of course, we've also got the Revitalize Her serum and of course the body butter as well. Everybody, thank you so much. And thank you for your patience from the beginning of the show. If you're watching replay and it was a little bit hazy, please forgive. We got it figured out. Fast forward or watch. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out anytime. But in the meantime, let's make menopause and your life in general more joyful. I will be back in about a week and a half or so, but in the meantime, stay joyful, everybody, and happy whatever phase of life you are in. You do not have to suffer.